Cardinals are making a move towards finding that quarterback, Tiffany?
They are, Patrick, and I was just told by a team source that they had just finished putting together a deal for quarterback Sam Bradford. And actually, I was just told one of the reasons that he appealed to them so much is because of his accuracy and his arm strength. He's a smart, proven starter. Of course, this comes on the heels of the team. Obviously, they were one of the teams eyeing Kirk Cousins. But then you look at the guys that were available out there, and Sam Bradford obviously has to be a guy that stands out to you as someone that could come in here and step in for this Cardinals team that is without a quarterback. Now they have one. And help this team, put together some W's. I was also told, too, in talking with that team source, I asked how much would Larry Fitzgerald have an impact on their decision in trying to land a quarterback, which quarterback they were going to try to go after. They told me that Fitzgerald would obviously be an influence, Patrick, but more in terms of just, luring a quarterback in like they would want to play with a future Hall of Famer, 11-time Pro Bowler. So now Larry Fitzgerald does, in fact, have a quarterback here in Sam Bradford.
And Tiffany, we talked about some of the other needs on the roster. Of course, quarterback one, when they didn't even have a quarterback on the roster, that was going to be something that they needed. They still got that 15th pick. If somebody drops to them, would they consider quarterback at that position now at this point?
I was told now, looking at that 15th pick, obviously a concern for this team is going to be on that offensive line. I was also told, best player available, but they did say that they really need to shore up and improve on the O-line. Of course, there's a lot of other moves to be made with this team here. We're also going to be watching to see what they do with Tyrann Mathieu. There are a lot of questions around whether or not they would be able to restructure a contract. Mathieu actually vocalized, some of his concerns over that, how they could possibly find ways to restructure a deal without taking money out of his pocket. I'm also told by a team source that he's a great player, that his skill set, it fits what they're going to be able to do with this defense, and that they would love to also have him back. I know there were questions, too, about, Coach Steve Wilks, how he ran a 4-3 in Carolina. Obviously here in Arizona, they have long been a 3-4 defense, but Wilks does have experience running both defenses. And he also said in his introductory press conference that not much was going to change. He said, if nothing's broke, why try to change it? And this defense has been rather good over the last few years. Something else I can also say is that just my experience in Carolina, knowing Wilks' defense there, he prides himself on having a physical group, and certainly Tyrann Mathieu is a guy that fits that make and mold.
Yeah, people are forgetting when we go back to the quarterback, Tiffany, Sam Bradford completing 71% of his passes, able to play more than he has in several years, just a season before last season. We'll see how it turns out in Arizona. Tiffany.